Level 1. The first moment. You're walking through a crowded street, and then everything just stops. The woman mid-laugh outside the cafe, frozen. The pigeon mid-flight above the intersection, frozen. A taxi splashing through a puddle, the water droplets hanging in the air like glass. You reach out and touch one. It doesn't fall. It's 2:47 p.m. in London, and you are the only thing still moving in the entire world. Level 2. The first 10 minutes. At first, it feels like a gift. You walk through the crowded crowd like a ghost. You wave your hand in front of a man's face. Nothing. You shout at the top of your lungs. The sound echoes off frozen silence. No reaction. You find a cafe. You pour yourself a coffee. Sit down, take a breath. And for the first time in your life, nobody needs anything from you. No notifications, no pressure, no noise, just stillness. You smile. You think this might be the best thing that has ever happened to you. You're wrong. Level 3. 1 hour in. The curiosity kicks in. You start exploring. You walk into a bank. The vault door is mid-swing. A security guard stands frozen with his hand on his radio. You step past him. You look at the stacks of cash inside. You don't take anything, not yet, but the thought is there. And once a thought like that enters, it doesn't leave. You walk out, but you remember exactly where that vault is. Level 4. 3 hours in. You start testing the rules. You move objects. You reposition frozen people. You place a coffee cup in a frozen man's hand just to see what happens when time restarts. You laugh. Then you stop laughing because you realize you have no idea when time restarts or if it restarts. You check your phone. The clock reads 2:47 p.m. Still, it has been 3 hours for you, but for the world, not a single second has passed. That thought sits heavy in your chest. Level 5. 1 day in. You go back to the bank. You tell yourself it's just temporary, just enough to survive. You fill a bag. You walk out into the frozen city, and you start building a life inside the stillness. You move into a penthouse overlooking the Thames. You eat from the finest restaurants. You walk through museums alone at midnight. You read every book you always said you'd read. For a while, it is beautiful. For a while, you feel free. Level 6. 1 week in. The silence starts eating you alive. You talk to frozen strangers on park benches. You tell them about your day. You laugh at your own jokes. Then stop, because nobody laughs back. You call your mother's phone, even though you know it won't connect, just to hear her name in your own voice. You sit on the floor of a frozen supermarket at 3 a.m., surrounded by everything, feeling like nothing. You would give back every pound in that bag, every meal, every penthouse night, for one person to just look at you. Final level. The moment time returns. Then it happens. You feel it before you see it. A vibration in the air. The water droplet falls. The pigeon flaps its wings. The woman outside the cafe finishes her laugh. Time has restarted. You stand in the middle of the street, surrounded by 1,000 moving, breathing, living people, and you burst into tears. A stranger bumps into you and mutters a quick sorry without looking back. And that one word from one careless stranger is the most beautiful thing you have ever heard. You reach out to grab his arm, to tell him, to explain, but he's already gone into the crowd. You stand there shaking, grateful, broken, reborn. You swear you will never take a single moment for granted again. You swear it. Then your phone buzzes. 17 notifications, emails, deadlines, arguments, demands. And slowly, without even realizing it, you open the first one. You start typing back. The crowd folds around you, and within 60 seconds, you are just another frozen person moving through life without really living it. The world didn't need time to freeze to trap you. You were already stuck. You just didn't know it.